what to pack in your pageant winner's go bag, and also what is a go bag. Hi there, I'm Alycia Darby. Welcome back to Win a Pageant. Today we're talking about your pageant winner's go bag. Now, you've probably heard of a go bag before, but maybe not in pageant context. So a go bag is something that you have really quick and handy. So when you've got to go really fast, you can grab the bag and it has the essentials right there. So you can probably start to imagine what this might be like for a pageant winner. Well, immediately after winning a pageant, you are often swept up into the very next thing, whether it is a media appearance or a press conference, or maybe it's just to the gala afterward, the coronation ball or something, right? There's oftentimes you're swept right into the very next thing, and you will find that it is difficult to dig for all the essentials that you might need. And oftentimes somebody else is backstage packing up all of the things that you had to compete with. And so you might not know where your essentials are. And so just like if you are going to pack a bag in your home, which I recommend this for everybody, just a side note here, everyone should have a go bag in their home, okay? So if your house catches on fire, all you have to do is grab this bag and run out the door, okay? That's what this is all about. That's essentially how you want to be thinking about this, okay? So for that, you might have like a flashlight, or, you know, my brother suggested for me that we have an AM radio, okay? Things like, you know, cash and sneakers and, you know, just things that you would need on the go. Okay, so for pageantry, in this episode, I'm going to cover a few of the things that I would recommend. And if you want the full list, you can download it for free at winapageant.com/packing list. That is a checklist of all of the things that you need to pack for your pageant, and there are many. Okay, so in this episode, we're just covering the winner's go bag. All right, so what would be the things you would want to stick in here? Well, some things that you might think of right off the bat. So imagine yourself, you just won your pageant and you're getting swept off to do a press conference immediately after, okay? There's a few things you're gonna need. The first is you are likely going to need bobby pins, or whatever it is that you clip crowns onto your head with, okay? Oftentimes bobby pins work. Sometimes people prefer to have like little miniature claw clips, or the bend back clips, something like that you want to have in here, because they never give you enough. They just don't. There's like, you don't know. I know with my thick hair, I was always like, I need like 20 extra bobby pins, you know? So pack your bobby pins. Okay. The next thing that you are probably going to need is a toothbrush and toothpaste, okay? Now, the reason for things like this, and also for the next thing I'm gonna tell you, is that when you're competing in a pageant, it goes by so quickly that you're eating snacks and stuff backstage, you're gonna wanna have a toothbrush handy so that immediately afterward, when you're talking with people, you're not bringing out the stinky breath. And the same is true of stinky underarms, okay? Now, every pageant girl has stinky underarms. Not because we're stinky in our real life, but because you don't want to wear a ton of deodorant when you're changing in and out of outfits so quickly. Okay, so you don't want to show up stinky to a press conference or something. So here's what I recommend. First, get yourself a box of these little goodies. These are called Good Wipes In My Bag Swag, okay? What this is a body wipe. So when you are, after you won, everybody's celebrating, you walk backstage and you've got your winner's go bag, you get out your wipey and you wipe all the areas that need addressed, okay? Then, after you use that, you're going to apply some deodorant, okay? Because now it's time to start using deodorant again, immediately after your pageant. You don't have to use it during the pageant. In fact, I recommend that you do not, so that you don't get it all over your wardrobe, but you're gonna need it afterward, okay? So you're gonna wipe things down and apply your deodorant. Okay, another thing you might need is an extra pair of like stickies for your region, okay? So I would recommend that you have whatever, because when you're sweating on stage, it is very common to sweat these off. So if you are using these for whatever outfit you are getting crowned in, bring an extra pair, okay, just in case they start sliding around. You can use the wipe to wipe that area as well, and then stick on the stickers if you need them, okay? Now, other things that you might consider are things like chapstick and lipstick, particularly something that matches the color that you're using. You might want some personal items, like if you need any kind of, aspirin or something. The lights are so strong that oftentimes you can get a headache just from being on stage. So maybe you want to tuck in some ibuprofen or something. You might need personal items like tampons or pads or something like that, just in case, you never know. Okay, I would always recommend that you bring a pen and that you bring your thank you note, or at least a list of people that you do not want to forget to thank, okay? It's crazy. As soon as you win a pageant, all of a sudden it's like, what's happening? You forget everything, okay? And I do not want you to forget your manners, okay? So before the pageant, you're gonna make a long list of the people that you know are important to thank. Some of those people would be your coach, but also the pageant directors and choreographers and volunteers, the whole production team for your pageant, any of the people who supported you along the way, including and especially your family. Those are the people that are with you through thick and thin, whether you win or lose. That is going to be a very important person that you want to, whether it's a spouse, children, or mom and dad, that you're going to want to remember these people, okay? Your sponsors, okay. Write them down on a piece of paper. That goes in your winner's go bag. You also are probably going to want to bring a wallet of some type, maybe put your ID, your cash, I would stick your wallet in here if you can. And then perhaps other things like little travel perfume, okay? So these are just some of the things you might include. Again, if you want the whole list, go to winapageant.com/packing list. It'll show you these items and more. Then what you do in a little cosmetic bag, doesn't have to be large, right? Because you're just there's tons of room. I could stick more stuff in here, Now, once you've got it packed, before you go on for the crowning, so for some of you, it's right before evening gown, or it's perhaps even sooner than that, right before on-stage question and all of that. You're gonna wanna put this backstage and a little Post-it note that says something like, I need this bag immediately after the pageant. Thank you, Alycia, Zimnoch, contestant number 12, okay? Or you'd put your title or something. And then you wanna put that on the outside of it. This way, when someone else might be backstage packing up your things because you're off to the next thing, you've got to be ready. They might send a pageant volunteer backstage to pack everything. They will see this note. They won't know what's in this bag, but it's clear that you need this immediately after the pageant. They're gonna be like, oh, I wanna take care of my queen. So they'll bring you this and say, I saw your note, here you go. And you'll be like, oh, thank you. And then you'll be like, all like, do, and you'll get all ready to rock, okay? So winner's go bag, the idea being, remember, it's so you can grab and go. And that, my dear, is gonna keep you organized enough to win a pageant. I'll see you next time.